Hello guys and welcome back to Small World of Tanks. Today I'm bringing you a replay in the Cobra, the tier 9. It is a great little tank. I haven't had too many games in it. This one is not the best game I've had in it per se, but I've got a first class mastery in it, so I'm bringing it to you in this replay. I think this might have been, was this my first game in it? I'm not sure. To be honest, it's got the old siege mode on it and stuff, and the go fast mode, pretty much. I forget about it, to be honest. I don't really use it. I do need to remember, because it could get me out of a couple of tricky situations. Could make me survive if a flank's lost. And I'm trying to get out of that situation. Using it might be advantageous, but yeah, like I said, I do kind of forget about it quite often. There's no artillery in this game, so that is always fun. We'll see if we can get some shots on this guy. It's a Tyran. We don't want to get hit by it, that's for sure. We want to try to get into this dip here, but he's actually pulling up. Put a lovely shot into him. We duck down before he can get a shot back into us, so that's fine. Of course, we are tier 9, and this is quite a heavy tier 10 game, I believe. Such is World of Tanks, right? Quite often the case, right? We managed to get a shot into that guy and finish him off, so that's good. Only got the one shot left, and yeah, just not really fully aiming or expecting that one to hit, but just thought I'd put in a shot into that thing towards him, see if it could get a lucky shot on him right there. I'm trying to reload, just obviously taking too long. Really would like to finish off this guy, right? And boom, we do get 2 shots into him, finish him off. We're on 999, so just a tad under 1,000, which is a bit of a shame. Looks like we're going to win this flank, and to be honest, I think this is the best flank to win. It's good for brawling this area, nothing else. It doesn't give you that much map control. So to be honest, like I said, it's best to win this one, but to be honest, the other flank is probably the best flank, because then you got the map winning the main part of the map, and that's kind of what you want to do to win a game, right? But just people do not seem to use that flank very well. They don't seem to push it properly, and can be very open. Once you've taken the hills, you're going to have to go into the open to push towards the base and towards this flank, which is quite a big problem, especially if the enemy is holding that flank. We have got premium loaded. We're just trying to feather into a shot into that guy as he was retreating, but couldn't do it. Got hit in the side there. Our team on the other flank just not really pushing. Not sure why. Bounced that shot, unfortunately. Finished him off with that shot. Seeing if we can get into cover before someone hits us, but unfortunately we get hit. So we got 3 kills and combined damage of 2,000, which, to be honest, for a tier 9 isn't all that good, if we were going to leave it as that. But obviously we're going to try to put in as much damage before the end of the game. Like I said, this is not the most amazing game, but it's got the best results as far as badges and stuff. So that's kind of the so obviously, like, this guy's pushing forwards. I'm like, yay, okay, this guy's gonna take any hits from anyone. No, of course, we we don't even get a shot into that guy. I don't think we get hit. Of course, going for the tier 8, going for the tier 9 rather than tier 10. That's right in front of him. Of course, that's your and we get a crew member taken out. That's the second crew. There's that Tyran that managed to another Tyran, because you know multiple Tyrans is awesome, right? And again, we're thinking, oh god, it's all over. He's going to push just to take me out, but we managed to take him out ourselves. Of course, another hit, and we take out another tank, but unfortunately, we get taken out by a guy sitting at the back of the map for probably the majority of the game. So we do give him a bit of report, just because it's annoying. You know, like I've been pushing up in front pretty much the whole game, right? When we had a big disadvantage of being at tier 9 in the tier 10 game, and obviously the tier 10s all focus me rather than hitting a more difficult tier 10, because that would be more advantageous for the team, but they just want that easy kill. And then we got this guy at the back of the map who finishes off even though there's loads of tier 10s hanging around. It pretty much could pen those pretty easily, but go for the tier 9 instead for an easy kill. We come top. We got 5 kills, right, in a tier 10. We've got a nice little medal to show the taking out tanks higher than you. Like I said, not massive damage, but we got the old first class because we took in that tier 10s rather than tier 9s. So yeah, fine. Lost a bit of money, but the next match is one of those ones where you go, right, okay, good match, fun match for me, but just too short. This is kind of like what a lot of the games seem to be like at the moment. We are top tier, and I think it's not helped by Cold War. A lot of Cold War games are like this, where they're they're over far too quick. You know, I prefer more slow burn games where actually people are playing properly, and it feels like you're beating them because you're a better player, rather than just they're not playing very well and they don't know what they're doing. And of course, first shot goes into me, and then a second shot goes into me, but we hit the Barask and set him on fire, but someone else gets the kill, which is quite unfortunate. We got 940. Of course, the old light tanks got the advantage in this game. We're backing up here because they're pushing heavy on that flank, and we're just gonna try to get a shot onto this corner here. And again, the second fire in a matter of seconds. Yeah, I haven't set... You don't set tanks on fire that often these days, it seems like. But yeah, twice in one game's pretty... Just missed that shot. Very annoyed, because that guy is quite annoying. But we're 2 tanks up already, and the game's... And again, we put a massive hit into that Ragnarok. Great tank, but no armor. You're definitely not going to bounce a shot from me. He puts a nice shot into me, but unfortunately the exchange isn't particularly fair when you got a big old gun like this, and he's got a tiny pea shooter like he does. And we're 5 tanks up, and less than 5 minutes into the game, right? And he just sits there for some reason. Yeah. So we got 3,000 combined, 1 kill already. But the game is... we're going to be at a big old advantage. So their numbers will be falling pretty quickly. We're getting spotted, we're getting targeted. We don't really want that. But I'm just thinking, you know what? This game's going to be over pretty soon. I want a bit more damage. So we just auto-aim. Put a lovely shot into him. And that's what I don't do enough of, is auto aim, because quite honestly, a lot of people that seem to beat me are just putting auto aim shots into me, and it's quite annoying. So again, we done that and put another damaging hit into him, and he hits my tracks, and he's probably aimed in fully. So there you go. That's a punishment for actually playing the game skillfully, and I'm getting good result for being a complete bot. So there we go. We've almost got 5,000 combined. Are we going to get any more damaging shots off in this game? We get a bit more assisted, but the game is pretty much over. Yeah, so great result. Always a good tank to roll out in. This is quite an OP tank. Especially if you're top tier like this, like I think this match was less than 5 minutes, and that's yeah, you definitely don't want to be on the opposing team in a game like that. Well, there you go, 3 minutes 44 seconds, high caliber and a first class. So obviously people having absolutely amazing games in this for that just to be a first class, but there you go. Alright, next game is another game I seem to get a lot in World of Tanks at the moment, and you'll see at the end. And this is the first time I've gone out in the T29 for a very long time. I actually sold the equipment on this, so I had to rebuy equipment for it before I could take it out. And yeah, like I said, been a very long time since I've taken this thing out, but now I've got such a massive load of silver, I can play normal tanks again without being fearful of losing too much silver, because I've been playing premium tanks just pretty much non-stop for the last year or so, pretty much not playing any tech tree tanks other than some tier 10s, so it's nice to be able to go out in tech tree tanks, especially tanks like this. This tank is a very good tank. We are, as you can see, not top tier. We got IS3 in front of us, so it's definitely a tier 8 game, but I think we're mid tier, and I don't think there's any tier 9s in this game. I guess there's probably, I don't know if there's any tier 6s in this game, but we'll soon find out, I'm sure. Unfortunately, our team has pretty heavily pushed the other flank. I quite honestly do not think that's a good flank to go for. Personally, got to push out into the open. If light tanks get in there quick and spot you up, it can be pretty disadvantage. Put you at a disadvantage because they got the high ground and they've got quite a bit of cover, and you've got to try to wrestle that away from them. So yeah, and we got a couple of mediums and a light tank pretty much in the middle of the map. Bounced our first shot, unfortunately. Now we did consider putting in the loader equipment into it, and actually with this big gun it's actually quite a long reload, and I'm considering swapping it back out in again. There you go, we got a first shot of damage in. There's some side-on tanks there. We go unspotted. Got to be very careful here. Put another nice bit of damage, and we roll into 601 damage so far. And we're just waiting for the enemies to get spotted. They don't look like they're going to be. They look like they might want to push. To be honest, they got a fair number of tanks there. Consider reloading premium for some of these guys, especially I think it's a Ferdinand there. He's got very good armor. Just pull him back. Just don't want to take any unspotted shots, right, if we don't have to. Again, didn't fully aim that. I was just worried about getting hit by that thing, because it's got a big gun. I'm not sure if it's got the top gun, that guy. Can't quite tell from this angle, but I don't want to get hit from it anyway. And we're losing this game again pretty quickly. Like the last match, we were on the winning team. Maybe this time we're going to be on the losing team. We're already 3 tanks down without them taking a single death. And there we go. Finally off the scoreboard. He's actually missed his shot there, so we're going to take our time and hit a shot into his lower plate. We're not using the best. This tank's best ability really is the turret armor and gun suppression. And yeah, we're creeping back up. It's a bit of an equal team here. Put a lovely shot into the T-32 there, side on. Don't know why he's going side on, but there you go. Then I realised that my team's crumbled here. But we're going to push up because we're going to try to get our, turret into the action. Try to bounce some shots and maybe stop them from pushing too hard on us and actually taking us out on this flank. So we're going to push. As T-32 is going for this medium and should be facing in the opposite direction to us, so that's good. That's what we want. Let's see if he is, and he is. He's not looking at us anyway. I'm going to try to track him and put a damaging shot into him. So we've got 1,000 assisted now. That's just great. So can we finish him off? Get our first kill of the game, and we do. So that's just great. But our tanks seem to be being taken out. So, right, okay. I can see a large number of enemy tanks going up towards our cap on the opposing flank. So we're going to push back and try to stop them from capping. But our two heavies on our flank has decided, nah, let's go for the cap. Which is not a good idea, because I bet you £1 million there are people still at the hill area in F3 and F4 camping it. So they'll be able to decap pretty easily. And then I realised that there's no more allies. We're going to lose this game for sure. We're just going to try to camp this way, because they're not capping, all right? They're going to go for the kills, which is, fair enough, right? They got the massive advantage. They can easily take us out. I've not taken any damage yet, but that's going to quickly disappear when there's like 5 enemy tanks attacking me at once. But obviously, if I could see this coming, I probably would have pushed for those 2 guys towards the enemy cap. Simply because I'm going to get absolutely slaughtered here when the rest of the team comes this way. But it looks like the enemy might have gone up through the middle of the map. We get a first kill. The second kill, rather, of the game. He was totally unaware that we were here. So that was one advantage of having coming here. Any second now, obviously, because we were spotted, the enemy team were going for the cap, see me and come up behind me. So I'm like, uh-oh. Fluffed a shot, and the Dreadnought went into my track. We're watching the Dreadnought, right? So we put a lovely shot into the Dreadnought. We're like, uh-oh, he's going to take us out. All he has to do is load heat and take us out. But for some reason, he's just not shooting, right? So we just destroy this guy, tried to turn our flank, our main armor to this light tank, but not enough apparently. Bit annoyed, right? But never mind, that's our game. But we get a first class mastery in a losing game, so you can't go wrong with that, really. We did what we could. Anyway, if you like the video, like it and subscribe, because I'll be bringing you more videos like this. And I'll see you later, guys. Bye.